Hey everybody, Darren Slaughter here with DarrenSlaughter.com, and I wanted to shoot a quick video and I'm going to tell you a little bit about an experience I had the other day. Being in sales and marketing, I'm definitely a competitive guy, and I think any business owner has to be, kind of a type A personality, a little bit over the top, knows what they want. Probably are never wrong, right? I mean, you know how that goes, right? But most of all, competitive. I'm competitive as hell. And while you know that I only work with contractors professionally, I was at a networking event a couple of months ago, and I got to talking to a real estate broker, and I asked him, I said, how do you guys feel when you see a foreign agency with a yard sign, right around your office, in a lawn right around your office, that you didn't get that listing, that you weren't able to close the deal or even were offered the opportunity to pitch to get that listing? And he says, it kind of goes with the business and you have to live with it and you roll with the punches. I walked away from that saying, bullshit. That's a guy that has kind of given in to that philosophy. If it were me, I would go and ask that person, how come you didn't come to me? How come you didn't talk to me? I'm right down the street. I'm your neighbor. I'm in your community. And see what they say. And take that feedback, good or bad, and obviously it's bad if they didn't list with you, and use it to good use to not lose that business again going forward from somebody else. But fast forward the tape to just a couple of days ago. And I live on a street that I have a neighbor who's probably a half a block down, who's a fairly decent sized roofing contractor. And you're probably 5 or 6 crews. And I was driving home from the store the other night and I saw a foreign roofing yard sign almost directly across the street from his house. And I thought to myself, wow, that has got to drive him crazy every morning that he gets out and gets in his truck to see that yard sign from somebody else. I would almost go over and do the job for free because of the ill will that has to portray to all the other neighbors. If it got my attention, I got to imagine it's gotten somebody else's attention, but maybe I'm hypersensitive to it because this is what I do. But to see the fact that directly across the street from a guy that all of us, and there's probably 100 houses on this street, it's a long street, knows that this guy does roofing, to have somebody else that close to his location, there's got to be a reason. And don't get me wrong, I realize that, with 100 people, we're all not going to use him for his services. But the point to that is, from a competitive standpoint, I hope that makes him absolutely berserk. And every day he wants to fight just that much harder to win new business, and especially win new business where he lives. You have to own your home market. You have to be that guy that everybody goes to in your hyper-local market, within a few blocks of your house or your office. Nobody can go somewhere else and buy from somewhere else if they didn't talk to you first. Maybe you're too busy, the job isn't right for you, it's too expensive, but they've got to consider you for that job first. So, from a competitive standpoint, let me know. How would you feel if you walked out your office door one day or your house one day and you saw a yard sign planted in somebody's yard from a competitor? Because you have to realize or have to know that the competition knows where you are, and they're feeling pretty good about themselves for being able to win that little battle. So what do you do to offset that? What do you do? Do you get crazy? Do you kind of internalize it and figure out it's no big deal like the real estate agent did? Or do you get, just that much more driven and want to succeed that much more. Let me know in the comments down below, because I know I would go absolutely batshit crazy if there was a yard sign in the yard for somebody else in the neighborhood that did contractor marketing. So let me know. Just a little bit of a rant, and I just wanted to get that off my chest. So that's it. Have a good day.